We got married for a green card. That was the deal. No feelings, no future, just paperwork. But somewhere between instant ramen and midnight study sessions, I started falling for my wife, and I don't know how to tell her. It began as a transaction. I was drowning in San Francisco rent. She was 3 months from being deported before finishing med school. My roommate connected us. She's clean, quiet, and desperate. Perfect, we both thought. We met at a cafe in the Mission. Elena was already there, textbooks spread out, highlighter stains on her hands, exhaustion written under her eyes. She looked up and said, "You must be the guy who needs a wife." 47 minutes later, we shook on it. The wedding was quick. City Hall. A Target dress with tags still on, rings from a convenience store, and an awkward selfie for immigration. We moved into a tiny apartment and built careful. Quiet walls between us. She claimed the living room as her study fortress. I worked double shifts at a startup. We shared a coffee maker, a fridge, and polite silence for 6 months. We were strangers who happened to sign a lease, a marriage certificate. Then, my dad had a heart attack. The 2 a.m. call from my sister shattered me. I crumpled in the hallway. Phone still pressed to my ear. Sobbing sounds I didn't recognize. Elena found me there. She didn't ask questions. She just sat beside me on the floor, held my hand, and let me fall apart. Her thumb traced circles on my knuckles until my breathing steadied. She drove me to the airport at 4 a.m., waited with me, and pressed $100 into my palm. "For whatever you need," she said softly. When I returned a week later, drained, grieving, but grateful my dad survived, our fridge was full. Meal prep containers, each with a note, heat 3 minutes, add hot sauce, your favorite chicken teriyaki. She'd also paid our full rent while I was gone. Something shifted after that. She started asking about my day. I began cooking enough dinner for 2. She'd fall asleep studying, and I'd cover her with a blanket. I'd stay up late just to share the quiet of the midnight kitchen with her. 3 months ago, she passed her medical boards. I surprised her with champagne I couldn't afford. When she hugged me, she looked at me differently, not like a roommate or a co-signer. Like someone who truly saw me. Last week, she got matched to a residency at Johns Hopkins. Her visa's approved, the green card came through. She doesn't need me anymore. Yesterday, I congratulated her, trying to sound happy while calculating how I'd afford rent alone. She was quiet for a long time, then she looked up and said, "What if I don't want to go alone? What if we figure out what we actually are?" Now, we're sitting across our tiny kitchen table to people who started with a contract, realizing this fake marriage might be the most real thing we've ever had. If this story moved you, like and subscribe for more emotional, real-life tales about love, life, and the unexpected turns in between. Tell me in the comments. Have you ever had something begin as one thing and become something completely different? Sometimes, the most real love stories don't start with "I love you." They start with "I need a visa," and grow quietly in shared ramen, midnight flashcards, and holding hands on the floor in the dark.